Hello there and welcome to a brand new season of the QNB Stars League review show, all in English here on Alcas, as we look back at all 6 matches in the QNB Stars League. Now, there are 59 new arrivals as far as players are concerned, with a new directive to try and close the gap between the top clubs and the smaller clubs. And based on what we've seen on the opening weekend, things are looking very good indeed. I'm joined by former English Premier League players, Alcas analysts Nick Summerby and Chris Makin, who are going to share with us their expert opinion as we analyse each game in detail. And we've got bags to discuss over the next hour. So let's get straight on with it. Let's remind you how they were lined up for the opening weekend. So, spread over 3 days. On Wednesday, the 21st of August, the early kick-off is 17:20. It was Al Sadd, the champions, under Xavi Hernandez up against Al Wakra, new boys into the league. Qatar Sports Club played Al Duhail, the Emir Cup winners, 1930. On Thursday, the 22nd of August, Al Gharafa, new head coach there as well. Jokanovic, ex-Fulham, up against Al Shahaniya, who did so well last season. Al Salih, who came third last season, up against Al Khor. That was the second kick-off on Thursday. And then on Friday, the 23rd, Al Arabi, Heimer Hallgrímsson, the Icelandic head coach, still in charge there against Al Ahly, and Al Rayyan with Diego Aguirre back up against Salal. That was the late kick-off there. OK, Al Sadd and new head coach Xavi Hernandez were already well into their season, having qualified for the quarterfinals of the AFC Champions League and winning the Sheikh Jassim Cup, both times against their great rivals Al Duhail. Well, in week 1, they were up against the new boys Al Wakra. Could they get their league season off to a flyer? Commentators Nick Summerby and Chris Makin.
Here's Abdul Karim doing what he does best, breaking forward from that left back area. Scored a couple of goals recently as well. He's going for his 3rd of this season. The system is in play for this season. Corner taken shot by Al Sadd, and what a cross by Akram Afif on the far side. Puts on a plate for Pedro.
Obviously no Bunger tonight. Here's a ball forward. There's a chance here now for Al Sadd.
Al Ansari opens the scoring on his debut for Al Sadd. He's joining from Al Karatia, and it's a fine finish. There's the breakthrough, there's the through ball to Al Ansari, Nick.
He has quite a high line, but all of a sudden when he's got the ball in midfield, he's seen Al Ansari make the run, chipped a lovely ball forward. He was onside. You thought the defender might have got around it. He gets onto his left foot and manages to guide it past the keeper for that early lead. 1-0 to Al Sadd. Al Ansari, the goal scorer. Again, good play again from Wacker down the right-hand side. Ball into the box. Pedro doesn't clear it.
Al Sadd on the counter-attack, and a late tackle goes in. First yellow card of the evening comes out. Goes to Ali on the far side. Trying to get back on the Al Sadd attacking there. Oh, he just skives him down. Akram Afif bursting through. Too much pace there for Ali. I think he's going to come over and check if he was the last man there. Ali, he's already got a yellow card, but obviously calling him over, aren't they? The team downstairs. So was it the last man? Was Akram Afif throwing goal then?
Yeah, maybe, but it's we'll have to see. But we're not seeing a lot of it in the Premier League where the referees are going to the monitors.
He's the last man there.
Yeah, but we're not just saying
could be a red card.
We're just saying we're not seeing a lot of them in the Premier League. Them going to the monitors, they're making the decision up themselves. So this could be interesting. And if it's anything like last year, anytime the referee went to the monitor, it was what the decision, what you think it's going to be. And this could be a problem for Wakra.
You've got Bruno, the other centre-half there, Uvini coming back, but Akram Afif is already through on goal there. Maybe that's just checking the earlier foul in the build-up to that play. Might go the other. I'm lost. I don't know what they're looking at.
Here we go. Is he going to his pocket? Here we go. Is he going to his pocket? You'll get a bit of an idea now. He wants to speak to the defender. Here we go. He's giving him a red card.
He's killed the game. He's killed the game. He was the last man though, Nick.
He was, yeah.
Money.
You know, there's a bit of common sense what gets involved with it a little bit, but it's not. It's done by the rule of the book now. He's the last player.
Gabby's filling in for him, Rob. Captain. Good play by Al-Wakra, and there's the equaliser. What's Abdul Karim doing? What a goal on his debut for Al-Wakra. Ben Yetu in at the near post, and it's a fine finish, 1-1.
And you're right as well, they catch him out of position, work it well down the right-hand side, and what a delivery and good movement. Ben Yetu there, look at his movement, gets on the opposite side of Pedro, not a good marking at all by Pedro, but they've threatened without any sort of quality though, but a wonderful ball on the right-hand side from Ceballos. And
let's not forget Al-Wakra are down to 10 men. There's a reverse pass towards Abdul Karim. Abdul Karim right across the face of goal there, touched away by Sayoud. No one following it in for Al Sadd. Do you expect seeing white shirts in the box then? He stayed on side. Ceballos in the middle of the goal, and as he repaid the favour, maybe a chance here for Fidel. Oh, he just lobs it over the goal there, over the bar. But
just on this right-hand side now, it's a free kick to Al Sadd. It'll be interesting if they're going to try a shot, because the pitch.
Al-Wakra there, they're just holding the edge of the 18-yard line. There we go, you're getting in behind there, and Kuki gets on target. It's definitely a goal. He was free at the far post. There we go, Nick. There we go. Keeper's out of position as well. Al-Haydous stabs it home. Oh no! Defender gets back. It's the skipper, Uvini, Bruno Uvini. Saves Al-Wakra then.
This is better now. Abdul Karim breaking into the box. Here we go.
Oh, Sayoud, stop then. Who's coming out? One of the goalkeeper. What a first touch by Abdul Karim now. Maybe a rare break on here now for Al-Wakra. Michel into the centre towards Ceballos. He wasn't far away from pulling that down in the middle of the box, Nick.
Yeah, but he was in acres of space. The marking was awful then. All of a sudden the ball came in. It just couldn't make it from Michel. Here's your goal scorer, Ben Yetu, down. All right, it's getting on the outside. That's what you want there, having a good run there, but well done, well defended. Al Sadd still playing out from the back. Both teams are having a bit of a go in these last 20 minutes.
Nearly. Oh, Sayoud's come out as well. Oh! Abdul Karim prods it home just when you think they're not going to get in behind Al-Wakra's defence. You managed to get the cross. It wasn't the best of crosses. Al-Wakra don't clear the danger. Somehow it comes through to Abdul Karim. He's in a right goal scoring form at the moment. That's 3 goals now in the last few weeks, and it's 2-1 to Al Sadd.
Well done by Al Ansari down this right-hand side. Look, he lifts the ball into the box there. The keeper, what you're doing going out your goal. You know, you've got to keep your composure. You've got to think about what you're doing. They're finding it difficult, Al Sadd, but all of a sudden the keeper comes out of the net. And we said about Abdul Karim, you know, he looks more likely to be the person to get the goal, and it falls to him on the far post for him to prod it away to make it 2-1 to Al Sadd. Al Sadd, but Wakra did well. I just think they need a little bit more games just to possibly get a little bit more fitter. It's a tough ask for them, wasn't it? Yeah. We thought it'd be like 3-4-0, 4, something like that, but
if you get them down to 10 men as well.
Yeah, they've shown a lot of quality. But this is good play from Assad in the box. Here we go.
Sayar lining up for the third goal. Sayar into the near post there, and that's game over now. 3-1 to Al Sadd. Sayar, the substitute, coming on and slamming home that third goal.
It's been all about Al Sadd in the second half. They stepped it up. Also had a little bit of a telling off from the manager, but they've shown their quality. And
just come undone slightly in the second half, but that might be down to tiredness more than anything else. So they've been down to 10 men. Al Sadd coming forward again. Al Sadd, oh, just over the bar from the lob by Al-Haydous. Kuki on the halfway line. That high line of Al-Wakra has really seen him come undone in this second half. There's the ball into the middle of the goal, and Sayar puts it in, gets his second of the evening to make it 4-1 now to Al Sadd. Kick on the halfway line, just one over the top there. Lovely little control there by Assad. Out wide, the ball into the middle of the goal. Sayar gets across the defender. Too much in the shot for Sayoud. Flicks onto the bar, but it just bounces over the line. 4-1 to Al Sadd now.
Al Sadd off to a flyer in the league as well then, but Al Wakrah certainly made them work hard for it. Chris Macon.
Yeah, welcome back to Al Wakrah. We have missed them, but they played the part in this game. Up until about 73 minutes, all square, down to 10 men as well. Maybe a little bit of tiredness might have played a part in them conceding those late goals, and Al Sadd just applied a bit more pressure in that second period.
Do you like what you're seeing with Al Sadd? Let's face it, we've seen quite a lot of them already this season with the AFC Champions League, getting through the quarterfinals, winning the Sheikh Jassim Cup against Al Duhail, and now a win in the league. Your thoughts?
It's different. He has changed it. He's going to play the way, like a Guardiola, like a Barcelona, where it's all trying to play out from the back. I think it'll take possibly a little bit of time, but they've got the quality to do it anyway. It's once he has his thoughts and he implements them in training and they get the hang of it. But Wakrah did really well. Wakrah pushed on and made it difficult. It's not very easy to play out from the back.
And this is where the breakthrough came in the 8th minute.
The only problem was Wakrah had a very high line, which if you're whoever's playing Wakrah next weekend, this is an opportunity for you. It's a wonderful bit of play as well from Afif, good vision, and then all of a sudden then Al Ansari, who Bunja wasn't playing on the night, he took his opportunity. Wonderful first touch, and the second touch with his left foot, he guides it past the keeper, and I thought he had a man of the match performance. And you want your players to come into the side and really try and cause a problem.
Nothing better than a forward coming in and scoring on your debut.
Absolutely, and talking about scoring on the debut, Benyatu for Al Wakrah. They were down to 10 men at this point, 25th minute. And what about this?
A great movement on both sides. You see Benyatu on this left-hand side, Ceballos on the far side, hugging the touchline. Ceballos a little bit of trickery in those boots over there, but watch the attitude of Benyatu. Say it all the time, get into the box, make the numbers up in the box, get across the keeper, get to the first post, get to the near post, sorry. And it's all about the delivery as well, nicely along the ground for him to tap on, but great movement from Benyatu and good attitude there.
Very good goal indeed. And yeah, they kept it like that, 1-1 until the 73rd, 74th minute. Let's look at Abdul Karim. He's the one who broke the deadlock. Nick, there it was in the 74th minute. But there was some good play that led to it.
Al Ansari again looking a nice 1-2. Kept busy all the way through the game. He gets a return pass. And possibly one of the better players on the night, apart from Al Ansari, was Abdul Karim, just producing his usual quality on the left-hand side. They struggled a little bit up to this. You thought, well, hang on, are they going to get this next goal? They just needed this next goal, and when it fell to Abdul Karim, he was there just to prod it away. And after that, it was a little bit too much for Wakrah. They had 3 big games against Duhail, Al Sadd, and you could see the difference.
Now, we're not going to let VAR or VAR run away with it this season, but we will discuss some of the decisions. And the first decision, the VAR decision of the season, came in this game. Your thoughts, Chris?
I thought they got it right, even though during the actual game time the referee deemed it a foul and gave a yellow card. He was the last man. I've been in that position myself many a time. You go to ground there, you're the last man, it's a red card.
It's a professional foul. You know what you're doing. You've got to stop him to stop the goal.
And they say it's a red card, so...
Yeah, but I tell you what's vitally important now is you've got to look at your bench. Because you can't tell your defender not to make a tackle there, so he has to do it. So you're going to see in situation, they have to be very clever to think a situation where all of a sudden, if I lose one of my back 4 here now, I need cover here now, we've probably got to go a little bit defensive and change your system. You've got to think of it, because you can't go out and tell a defender not to make a tackle there. The forward there, well done by Afif, by the way. He just needs that touch. It's a bit, they watered the pitch before it and he got the touch at the right time and it was a foul, So if you're going to go by the laws of the game, it's the right decision.
See, without VAR, in many games, not just here in Qatar, it probably would have been a yellow card and the match would have continued.
Even in commentary, did we call it a red card?
No.
We didn't think so.
The referee was straight away with the yellow card, but it was the red this time. But it was the right decision. When you go by the letter of the law, there's no hiding place with VAR.
Yeah.
The question is, when and when do you not go to VAR? We'll discuss that later.
I don't think they know.
No, well, there are some examples this week which we'll look at. Right, let's move on to Qatar Sports Club. This season led by Carlos Alos, another Spanish head coach who's brought in some exciting players. Their first challenge in this new season was up against the Emir Cup champions, Al Duhail. Al Duhail were well into their flow after 3 encounters with Al Sadd in 12 days, but came out second best. Qatar Sports Club were close to getting ahead in the first 45 minutes, But at half-time it was 0-0. The second half had more urgency from both teams, and on the hour, Qatar Sports Club broke the deadlock when the ball fell to Cabananga, who slotted the ball home. Al Hale were cutting it very fine in the 88th minute, and Edmilson's shot was not dealt with by Adel, and Masakni was poaching for the rebound. It looked destined for a draw until Almoez Ali popped up with seconds remaining to get the winner. Wow, Rui Ferreira getting Alderhale off to a winning start, but it was nail-biting stuff, Nick Summerby.
It was, yeah, and once again we're seeing Qatar, who I thought last season it just wasn't happening for them, and all of a sudden what a great start, and they nearly had it, nearly had a point, probably a little bit clever if the goalkeeper would have grabbed hold of the ball instead of letting it come off his body and then giving it away in midfield. But what a great start for them. You know, what we're looking at more, I mean, we know what De Gea, we know what Al Sadd are all about, it's about these other teams and with the business what they've done. You know, and it's encouraging, and to be honest with you, it's exciting, which it needed, and a great start this, what a fantastic start. There's something with De Gea, which I'm looking forward to seeing because they play Al Arabi next week. You know, that'll be another test for them, but there's something not quite right. I don't know what it is.
88th minute, Edmilson's shot not dealt with, Chris, but of course,
massive.
The great poacher as he is, Masakni, not captain this year. Karim Boudieff is the man wearing the armband this season.
Well, Masakni wasn't there last year due to injury and going on loan, so they missed his goals. El Arabi goes out of the football club. Does Masakni get you 20 goals? Shake of the heads, no nods of the heads.
I think maybe he will. But what about this? Almoez Ali, and he saves them. Rui Ferreira went public and said, listen, forget about what happened and how tight it was. Look, they won the game and they got the 3 points.
Definitely.
And he's absolutely right.
Yeah.
And, a few weeks down the line, we'll forget about this.
Definitely,
well,
yeah.
We won't. They will.
I think it was great to win it in that manner, in the last kick of the game. You know, you got 3 minutes to go, you're 1-0 down, so win it, that's great 3 points.
I think we'll see next couple of games. It's what Chris says there. You lose Al Arabi, you know that is vitally important. That there's who can replace him.
All right, we'll move on to the new man in charge of Al Gharafa, Slavisna Jokanovic, the ex-Fulham head coach, and he was hoping that his experience into the club would help bring back the glory days for the Cheetahs. First test up for Al Gharafa then was against last season's overachievers Al Shahniya. Once again, Nick and Chris describe the action.
Gharafa with a switch of play towards Aladdin again. Aladdin go first touch, can he get his finish off? And a wonderful tackle coming in from Ramin then. Just at the vital moment, Aladdin just about to let loose with that shot.
I think he's an Iranian international. We watched him at the Asia Cup. Here's another strike coming in, palmed away for a corner for Gharafa on the right-hand side.
So Gharafa come on the attack now. Here's Al Yari bursting towards the byline, pulling it back to Aladdin. On his effort, just goes past the far post. Off target though, here's Al Yari, switches back onto his right foot, in-swinging ball, great cross into the box but headed out from Younis. Look at that for the backflip.
You would have thought you'd change it, wouldn't you, and get an in-swinger.
Exactly.
So come on, get somebody else over there, let's try something. Here we go, there's a chance here now for Shani. Ramin, just lift your head up, just doesn't, can't get the pass right, but a good opportunity for Shani, and Shani needed that little bit of quality, and Ramin was a man to do it.
Ramin again, making this run, he's on the ball again, flicks it down the line towards Amangua. Amangua first time ball into the box, good ball as well, cleared by Moreno, but going to be a corner to the visitors. Hani on the ball, takes another shot on, good save by Aldasari. Hani from the edge of the box this time. Just pressing Shahani then, winning the ball back in midfield. Here's Hani again. To the far post this time. It's not cleared by Al Shahaniya, and Aladdin takes a volley on. Does he get a touch on the way through? Deep cross this time towards Mahdi. He just volleys it back. Oh, sorry, he heads it back, and what a volley on target there by Ku. Better ball through to Amro. Amro getting his head up, goes to the far post towards Al Yari. Al Yari into the near post. Just alongside of the post.
You deserve it once again, you're expecting it to go in the net. Worked it well on the right-hand side. There's Amro with a lovely cross. Al-Yari, left-footed, go on, it just hits the side netting, but once again, good play from Garafa. Well, I asked the manager today, he's not in the squad.
Here we go, Hani, forwards to Aladdin, Aladdin to the near post, and there's your goal! Aladdin with his first of the season, and it's a great move from Al Garafa, and they deserve that.
Really good goal, fantastic, and he deserves it, Aladdin. He's had quite a few efforts, half chances. He's looked lively as well, and when the ball eventually came to him, on his left foot, he manages to slide it past the keeper, and they deserve it, Garafa. There's the manager, will be absolutely delighted. It's been a good performance, but just needed that goal.
It's Aladdin to score again, and he has another shot with his right foot this time. That's where Faridoon comes undone. He hasn't had a touch of the ball for about 20 minutes. And the first touch was really poor, and he dives in on the edge of the box there. He brings down Hani. Don't know whether it was inside the box or outside.
Go on, attack towards the goal, towards the goal. Now just have your composure, here we go.
Oh! Just pulls it back to Hani. Hani's been very busy in this game, hasn't he?
He looks like a David Silvery type of player there, doesn't he? But he's had a good performance. Yeah, they had a little bit more. They had a lot more quality last season. But this is Garafa enjoying it out here. Nice little chip into the box. Here we go. There's Hani.
Oh, what a goal! Hani, if he's onside, that is some goal. It's a wonderful clip through to him, and he just makes it look easy.
Well done by Al-Yari there, and what a goal this was, by the way. This is him with a shout of getting the goal of the first weekend. It's wonderful play, Al-Yari. Fantastic chip there, and all of a sudden, when Hani goes through, it's a fantastic little bit of a chip. Knows the goalkeeper's coming out, and he just flicks it over him.
Great build-up play this. Bats a front from Al Garafa. Can he finish off with a goal? Oh, it's a shot from Al-Yari. Sees it saved by Al Dasari. Dijon with a wonderful pass through to Ramin. Can he keep the clean sheet? Oh, Faridoon with his first and only chance of the match. Keeps his shot low, but sees it saved by Kasim. Al Garafa lucky to keep that clean sheet. 3 minutes added time now. Last chance here for Aladdin, and Al Dasari's out of his goal, and Aladdin makes it 3-0 on the night. Surely that's the last kick of the game. Aladdin with a double. Fine finish. Don't know whether the team are making their way back to the centre circle as the final whistle gone from the referee. It doesn't matter. Aladdin makes it 3 on the night for Al Garafa. Here we go, a little clip over the top from Hani. Wonderful vision, just about held his run there, Aladdin. Full-back Redder just can't get back on him, and he just side foots it into the net past Al Dasari to make it a really comfortable scoreline on the night for Al Garafa.
Well, Slavislav Jokanovic should be very happy with that Al Garafa performance, shouldn't he, Chris Macon?
Second half performance, they were excellent. You got a real reaction from his team. Shahani a bit toothless up front, so it was all down to Al Garafa's attitude, and they showed it in the second half. They passed the ball quicker and better movement up front as well. And a few of the new signings came into the game and eventually had an effect. The likes of Hani, who was very busy in the second half.
Aladdin, you're both big fans of his, and you're always happy to see him getting on the score sheet, Nick.
I think he's coming along nicely, actually. From where we were not having a go at him, we were picking him out in certain situations. He looks like someone's helped him. This boy can finish. by the way. He's a fantastic finisher, and he's getting in those areas now. And with Hanny, there seems to be a nice little bit of a combination going on there, just sliding him in. You give him an opportunity and he puts it away.
Well, you were talking about Hanny, Chris, and you said that he'd been busy. You said that in commentary, and he's given them that little spark, hasn't he?
It's like he took over from Schneider in that role, the number 10 role, and like Nick said, he seems to have picked it up with Aladdin. There's a nice little partnership developing, or certainly was in this second half, and there's the running behind the defenders. And it's all about this touch, wonderful touch, I love it.
It's interesting, you know, we were talking to the head coach, Jokanovic, and Nick put a question to him, asking him to make comparisons, you know, why have Algarrafa struggled with consistency? He brushed that one right under the carpet straight away and said, listen, I'm not here to make a comparison, I'm a new coach.
I don't think he's bothered, is he?
Yeah, but do you know what he's done there, which is good, is it didn't work, that squad last time, so he's scraped it all out now and got new players in. Don't know anything about the past. I think he was talking about as well in the press conference, bringing a centre forward in. That'll be interesting now, because obviously, does he need to bring a centre forward in? But all of a sudden, he's got a different team there now. This is one of the impressive performances of the week. Yeah. You know, and it's great to build on. And I think the manager is happy just to see that, and now he knows what he's got to do to get it even better.
We saw Aladdin get the first goal. He got another one as well. Yeah. You know, it's a great way to start for him.
Like we said, if he gets in the right areas, he's a good finisher. Does he get in the right areas enough times during a match? Not for me, no. His goals record suggests that as well. Got a couple of goals when he was at Al Rayyan. Since moving to Algarrafa, got about 6 goals last term. So I would like to see a return of 15 goals this season. I don't think that's asking for too much either, if he keeps getting in the penalty area, because like Nick said, he's a good finisher of the ball and he's good in the air as well.
There's a centre forward for Arsenal, is it Aubameyang? I might have said that wrong, I pronounced it wrong, and he gets criticised for a lot of the stuff away from, not a good hold-up play compared to Thierry Henry, but finishing, he gets a golden boot. Now he's good at finishing, so that's all he's got to do is get in those certain areas. He's fantastic at finishing. The last goal there, he does it very easily. It's a natural, very difficult thing to do that.
Now, Al Shahania, they brought in a few interesting players as well. Nigel Young has moved in there. Ferradoon has moved in as striker. He's one player in particular, Nick. Both of you said, you know, he can do better.
He's been at a lot of football clubs now. Now look on the right hand side now. Look, you've got to be getting in that space there. You've got to make it happen. All the rest of the centre forwards we've seen in the league, that's where you're going. That's your business. Look where he is now. Look.
The midfielder's
overtaken him there. He's had too many football clubs now. He's got to be. This is his chance now to be number 9. You know, don't you just start scoring goals. Get there and try and help your team. Lucio's gone now, it's yours. In situations like that, we're going to be hard with him.
Because we've seen him score some fantastic goals when he was with Al Ahly, when he stepped in with Al Sadd as well. When there was injury there, he came in and...
we're only saying that because we want him to do well.
Yeah, of course.
And go and get 10, 15 goals, you know, but just get in the box more.
But when he's got it on the right way, he looks up there and he's waiting for someone just to slide the ball into, you know, and he straight away should try and get into that space.
OK, moving on to Al Salia. Sami Trabelsi, he led Al Salia to 3rd spot last season. He's already gone public and said he thinks that they can do better this time around. Well, he was up against Al Khor in week 1, who spent most of the last few seasons fighting and struggling in the lower end of the league. Al Khor had also boasted their squad, though, and managed to hang on to the influential Thiago. This was a very competitive encounter, and the breakthrough came just after quarter of an hour when Abdul Gadir was fouled in the area by Khalid. And VAR had to have his stay. Karim made certain from the penalty spot. In the 36th minute, Al Mihali clashed with Hamodan and in the area, and the referee pointed straight to the spot. No VAR this time. Thiago slotted away the equaliser. There were chances in the second half for both sides, but neither side could capitalise. It finished 1 apiece. OK, 1-1, 4 draws this weekend. Nick, your thoughts about that? Al Salia, they had a fantastic start last season.
Why are you not coming to me? Been waiting for this.
Have you?
All week actually.
Let's do that again. Al Salia started brilliantly last season, but a draw this time, 1 of 4 in the first week. Chris!
Yeah. Where do you think Al Salia will finish, Rod?
You see, we had this argument in the preview show. Could he do better than 3rd? And you said, no chance. And I said, hey, why not?
Yeah.
And my argument was last season, I said, if I'd said to any of us, look, Al-Salia are going to finish third, you'd have said, top four, maybe get fourth spot, but no, third. I don't know.
Yeah, but they're against the draw specialists. That's what Alcor do.
Yeah.
Chris, that's all they do, that.
You know, Tiburonine didn't play. Kareem came in as number 10.
Kareem and Abdul
Tiburonine, we can't find out. Is he at the club still?
Big blow, that one. We'll have to have a rain check then.
Abdul Qadir went down in the penalty incident, really done his ankle in.
Yeah, I know, that was a nasty one.
Yeah, we'll have to think about that. Just move on.
So, just little pointers just to help you along in your predictions.
No, but the thing is, that was before I'd seen the games of the weekend. I think, just your thoughts so far, looking back at the first weekend, I think it's one of the best opening weekends we've had this is the eighth season we're covering it in English. I honestly believe
I'll tell you
one of the closest.
You're very good at deflecting.
What do you think, though?
We've gone right off Al-Salia now about the league.
I'm still supporting Al-Salia. No, but seriously, what have you found?
Yeah, really competitive. Same as this game. I watched this game and wasn't much between the two sides. I just worry about the goals where Al-Salia, if Abdul Qadir's out, Tiburon's missing, where the goal's going to come from.
This is it. It goes to VAR. It is a pen. I mean, the ball's gone, but nevertheless, it's a nasty little step on the ankle there.
Enough to see Abdul Qadir leave the field.
See, the thing is, this is what confuses me, though, with this second decision now. When
this one,
Hamoudan clashes there with Al-Mihali, then they don't go to VAR. I mean, is that a penalty?
No, not for me. No, it's obvious that he's died, but just going away from it, this guy's a good player. I'm so happy that he stayed at Alcor Tiago. You know, he's a good player, but straight away with the penalty decision, that is where common sense comes in. By a reaction, no one's going to push you down like that, and especially with it screaming. Straight away for him screaming, I wouldn't have given it.
Yeah, but again, wouldn't you go to VAR or
didn't
somebody shout and say, "Oh, that looks a bit suspect"?
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean,
but he must be talking either way. He must be saying, "What do you think?"
Yeah, but that's worth another look.
Yeah,
that's worth. Referee, go and have a look at that because I think he may have just fallen there.
Yeah.
My personal opinion. Let's move on to Al Arabi and Ahly. Both these clubs have brought in a number of new players in the closed season, so all very exciting times indeed. And both were fully determined to do a lot better than last season. Commentary from Nick Summerby and Chris Makin.
Back. That's better from Al-Ahly, getting up the field with their captain Alzar.
Good start to the game. Very lively. There's Gunnarsson there. There's one of our old friends, Habawi there. Nice touch. Looking lively. Al Arabi here's the ball into the box.
Lucky from Fathi that. It's better from Al-Ahly. Oh, and a good save there in the end. Gomes coming rushing out then. Got a great touch on the ball. There we go, and they've won it out on the pitch as well. Here's Yusuf. Yusuf to the far post. Easily saved by Ivan, but good pressure from Al Arabi then. He's got the overlap from Musab, put it in the box. There's the height. It's not a bad ball. Habawi coming in. What a defensive header that was. It was Jassim on the far side for Al-Ahly. It's incredible. Might be a chance for Habawi, and a first touch from him sends him wide. We tries to squeeze it under the goalkeeper. The opening 15 minutes. Yusuf now next to Musab. Just needs to hang it up there. Musab goes low towards Habawi. Habawi turns in the box, gets his shots off. Another good block though. And before Al-Ahly crosses to the ball, there's a first real chance, and there's the first goal, and it's direct play from Al Arabi, no messing about, wicks it from the right hand side, and Habawi gets his first goal since joining the club.
It's all about the cross. Can they put the cross in? He's there, he's alone. Once you give him that opportunity, it's in the back of the net, and they fully deserve it. It's 1-0 to Al Arabi.
It's nice to see though, and there's a lovely flick round the corner by Habawi. So who's never been away. There's a mistake by Ivan in goal for Al-Ahly. Al Arabi go 2-0 up. Oh no.
This is it now, lovely little touch from Habawi. as they just go back to the keeper. You having it, am I having it? Not at all. He pops in between it, gets the ball in between Ivan. You've got it. He's got to jump on it. Doesn't do it, so he pays a price. And it's in the back of the net. For me, that is a goal. It stands.
I'm putting it down as 2-0, Nicholas. That is a goal for me.
You don't really need to look at the screen. It's not.
No.
Has it not been given? We'll have to have a look.
Stop it. Play there by Abawi. Early cross going in, but wonderful. Clearness there from Benson.
They just got
your eye on the ball, but just a little glance.
You can just
see it coming over, can't you? Here we go, and a rare attack now for Al Ali. Perez coming inside. Perez to the far post. What a goal! Out of the blue, they've been absolutely outplayed. Al Ali. Perez gets on the left-hand side of the field. Play there by Lasoga, still with the ball. Lasoga, can he deliver? Just floats one up towards Abawi. Abawi's there. To be fair, Shane Lowry does really well. Gunnarsson now to the far post towards Lasoga. Real good pressure coming from Al Arabi again.
This is there, but Al Arabi now pushing down the left-hand side. Here's Farhad. Is he going to look to deliver? He doesn't. Salah, get out for a ball.
What a ball! Ball still with Al Arabi. Abawi just clipping one forward. They get the corner, and this is wonderful stuff. This between both sides. That's how we play for Qatar Sports Club. I think they finished in fourth. They got to the Qatar Cup. Oh, and there's another header, and it's on target, and it's another goal, and it's a set piece, and it's Abawi's strike partner Lasoga with his first of the season. Al Arabi 2, Al Ali 1.
These two boys, here it is. There's a header gone away from goal, and he gets up and manages to get some fantastic headers just to beat the goalkeeper to make it 2-1. They're bringing something different this season, Al Arabi, and a lot of it is to do with the aerial threats. I mean, look at this. Lowry's trying to get tight on him. Next minute, it's in the back of the net, and it's 2-1. What a fantastic finish that. Great ball, great header.
Gunnarsson does really well in the field then. That's what he's there for. Here we go, Yusuf will have another go. Not a bad ball at all. Oh, it's a massive mistake by Ivan. Abawi pounces for his second of the season and second of the night. And it's a comfortable 3-1 lead now for Al Arabi.
Here's the ball on the right-hand side. The cross comes in. Ivan comes. The ball bounces up. He doesn't get hold of it. But wonderful reaction there from Abawi just to flick it over the keeper. And I would safely say that's justice out there. They've been the better side. Had a goal disallowed, but they managed to put it right.
To be fair, he's got a lot of work to do there. It's not a bad touch from Abawi. Al Arabi. Oh, what's an effort there, and what vision from Lasoga. Saw Ivan off his line.
Yep.
Fathy now. Abawi on for his hat-trick. Remember, Abawi. Oh, he goes for the half volley. Cuts across the ball and is still in play on the far side. Here's Salah. Another good bit of pressure coming in from Al Arabi.
Al Arabi looked strong, very organised, Nick Summerby, didn't they?
They could win the league, you know.
You see, you're saying it as a joke. I'll
Can
go
I
on
just
record.
tell-
I think they could.
Can I just...
I think they are title contenders based on that one game. They look like a proper football team. They look well organised. They got a lot of good players, a lot of leaders pulling it all together there. I've bought into Heimer Hagmarsson.
Let me just tell no, let me just tell you now.
He's going.
Got it back enough. Can't say this. What's going on around here?
It's fantastic. Come
Where
on.
did you go on holiday?
But I'll tell you what, they brought something totally different, which is good. They
Thank
get
you.
the ball, and they've got two fantastic centre forwards. Salah, midfield as well as aggressive. Your two
Abawi, look at this.
Abawi. I mean, it's very exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing them next week against.
Look at this header from Al-Bawi.
This is a brilliant, great cross, very difficult. A little bit behind him, but
I like the men in the box, though, Nick.
But look, there's three men in the box, one at the edge of the box. But what they do is just pump it in. They get it in, the ball out the feet, left or right, get it in there straight away. And it's a breath of fresh air because we're not used to seeing it. Everyone's used to playing this certain way of playing football.
What did Big Sam used to call it? Big Sam Allen, Pomo.
Was it?
Position of maximum opportunity.
Here we go. Well, talk of Pomo, here we go. To give Al Ahly their dues, Chris, this is a fantastic goal from Perez and a good build-up too.
It was out of nothing as well, caught us really by surprising commentary. 34 minutes on the clock. Musab goes to the ground. There's no need for him to do that. He's a quick defender, but it's all about Perez after this. Fullback helps him out by the overlap, and he just comes inside and just whips it to that far side. Wonderful goal.
Yeah, look at Hardbawi again with his goal. He's 34 years of age. We were talking about it when we were doing the live studio, Nick, and you said, you know, maybe he's getting on, but his reactions are light. He looks in great shape, and this was a great reaction.
Yeah, but Gunnarsson in midfield, he wins the ball. You know, he's straight away onto the danger. The ball comes in. Listen, as far as you're concerned, it goes into the keeper. But the way he reacts and to know whereabouts the goal is and to flick it over the keeper is fantastic. We questioned it at the start and said his age, is he coming possibly to the end of his career? No, he's in fantastic shape. And the partnership
Justice was served, like you said in commentary, with that goal there, and we'll go to why you think that.
Right, you mentioned Aron Gunnarsson there, who's come from Cardiff City Premier League, 11 years playing in the UK, very experienced, Icelandic international, and he's got the throw-in. We talked about it last season, said we'll see this when Aron Gunnarsson arrives, and here it is.
Yeah, he'll just be showing this. Rui Faria, the manager of Alderhill, will be showing this all week long and showing the technical meetings, because you're going to have to head the ball in the next game coming up. You've got to be able to defend. Just do your job. Just think about clearing your lines, getting that ball out of defence, because you're going to have the opportunity to head the ball next. Whenever they play next week.
Yeah, well, that almost led to something for Hardbawi. Then he went to the side netting. Go on.
I don't think a lot of the. I mean, I'm talking around the world now. I don't think a lot of the defenders know how to deal with that quality coming into the box on a regular basis. I think they're taught first and foremost to play football out from the back.
Well, talking about players in the box, this is what you're impressed with Al Arabi straight away.
We speak about this all for the 8 years we've been here. Balls into the box, get people in the box. There's 3 players in the box there. Now what you're not seeing now is who's back in the box. There's another 3, and all the time when that service is coming in, there's players in there. So really, what you're looking at the 2 players there. You're looking at 5 players push forward. So that's a lot of confidence out there. You know, he's lobbing them forward.
It's and a simple way of playing football, isn't it? Because
but it's
you know, if you're Gunnarsson, I'm sure the manager's told if anywhere around the box, you put it in there. It makes it so simple for the players
because they know they just take the gamble. If you take another touch, it's going to just get them straight away, left, right, whiz it in there, get it in, and all of a sudden that's why when you look at some of these lovely defenders here now, they're going to have to put the red in a little bit, and let's see if they like that.
Now the ball did go into the back of the Al Ahly net again, but it was disallowed. We're going to discuss this. Now, they don't go to Piero here. I just can't see why not.
VAR.
Oh, Piero, that's what we're doing. VAR. Sorry, it's been a long day. Yeah, I mean, why not? What is wrong with that?
Don't know.
I mean, he fumbles the ball. He doesn't even get hold of it.
There's nothing at all. It's a goal.
So really, the goal's disallowed from play acting.
Yes, exactly.
Ivan knows he's made a right Rick. Goes down holding his face. Yeah. There's no foul. There's no touch.
So the referee's pointing at his ear there as if to say, "Look, I'm not. They're not telling me to go to VAR or nobody's." But surely, if you're watching that, that's one you've got to have a look at again, isn't it?
Why are we taking goals away from?
Yeah, exactly.
I thought we wanted more goals and more excitement.
Yeah, and that's okay
to bring the goals away from the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you feel sorry for Salah there. You know, he's been fantastic. He's looked at the danger. Listen, it's a bit of a. Everyone's probably got caught in a situation like that. The keeper's coming, you got it, I got it, and he's nipped in front and he's got it straight away. And he's got his fantastic goal. There's not really any connection really. It's gone through his legs, and it's a wonderful goal. And surely that's where VAR. Even though that's where it comes and it sets a goal, and it still hasn't. That's the problem. That's when we have a problem, Rodri.
OK, Diego Aguirre, he's back in charge of Al Rayyan 6 years after he left Qatar. 4 trophies he picked up when he was last here with them. His first challenge was up against Salah, led by Raul Caneda. The match got off to a lively start. Salah were ahead in the 6th minute through Mawas, their Syrian international. But the celebrations didn't last long, as 2 minutes later, new South Korean signing Lee Jae had Al Rayyan level. The 20-year-old happy to get off the mark there. Rodrigo Tabata may be fast approaching his 39th birthday, but he's as dangerous ever. And he got Al Rayyan ahead just before the half hour. Diego Aguirre's side tried their best to hang on for the win, but Salah wouldn't go away, and Mawas popped up again with the equaliser in the 71st minute. It finished 2-2. So there is the other draw. Al Rayyan and Salal. Some good goals there too, Chris.
There was, but it was much like the Celia Al Khor game, very, very similar level on the night. I was expecting a little bit more from Rayyan. Some new signings in the side. Lee Jake, who scored in midfield. Brahimi, Abdulaziz. But Mawas was excellent on the night. He got a double, links up well with Sagbo. Salal looking strong again. Recent sign of Naji comes into the right back area as well.
That's a good signing, isn't it?
Yeah, he's comfortable there.
Look at this. Rodrigo Tabata, 39, delivering the ball, and look at him, just 20 years of age. He played for South Korea under 20.
What do we expect from the delivery from Tabata there? Right on the money. Here's another one. A tester for the keeper just after that one. In behind the defence, keeper doesn't want to come to that area, does he, Nick? He's scared to come out there.
But you know what sort of that's what Tabata is all about. But this boy here as well, he started up. We do need more goals from him. His all-round play is fantastic. You know, why can't he perform like this even more? I mean, his all-round game's fantastic, but just more goals. He needs more goals, and he started off with 2 there. And hopefully they can turn it around and get it going a bit. Salal have changed their side, obviously kept the nucleus of like Sagbo and Mawas and things like that. Is Rayyan's a little bit of an ageing side. Now Tabata is wonderful what he is, he's 39 years old.
39 in November, and Sebastian Soria is still there, he's 36 in November.
I'm not trying to, hopefully it's not the case, but it happens to everybody in football.
What's interesting with Raul Caneda, of course, a lot of the managers or head coaches who came in halfway through the season, so they came in January, they only had half a season with somebody else's squad really. A lot of them have gone for the full change. He's kept a lot of them. Al Arabi has been a case of pretty much a real clear out.
It has, yeah, and you can see the difference. So I think only time will tell that. But listen, what we want there, the manager's perfect for Rayyan. Hopefully he can get him going. You saw the crowd there. You get that crowd and they're happy. They're very much like when we were at Sunderland. If they're not happy, they don't turn up. But if they're happy, but just doing the basics, and looking like you're giving it a real go, they'll come, and they're like a 12th man if you can get them going.
All right, let's recap the results then from week 1. So, Al Sadd 4-1 winners over Al Wakra. Misleading, really. Al Wakra put up a good fight. They were down to 10 men after 15 minutes. Qatar Sports Club went down to Al Duhail, but only just. That winner from Al Moez Ali coming in time added on. On Thursday, Al Gharafa 3-0 winners over Al Shahaniya, who were last season's overachievers, but they found it tough against Jokanović's side. He's the new head coach there. Al Salia 1-1 with Al Khor on Thursday evening. Then on Friday, Al Arabi 3-1 winners over Al Ahly. A very convincing win and performance from them. Al Rayyan with Salal, as you saw, 2-2. League table doesn't mean a lot, really, after the first week, but we'll show you anyway. This is how it looks from the top down. So it's full marks for Al Sadd, Al Gharafa, Al Arabi and Al Duhail. Al Rayyan and Salal pick up a point each. That makes up the top half of the table, and down the bottom half it's the point for Al Khor and Al Salia as well. And then the 4 teams losing out in week 1: Qatar Sports Club, Al Ahly, Al Wakra and Al Shahaniya. Which leads us to that point in the show where we pick the top, or we don't, Nick and Chris pick the top 3 goals from week 1. And we'll start with goal number 3.
Lasogga.
Nick Summerby, you choose it. Lasogga.
I hope I've said that right. Yeah, Lasogga. And I tell you something, what a goal it was as well. This was, Habawi's could have been there, but he was going away from goal. And for him to get up, going away from goal, and to get the power and to guide it past the goalkeeper is a wonderful
thing.
finish.
Marks as well.
Look at it, Lowry can't do any more. He's got away, got that.
He's all over him, isn't he? And he still gets up and brilliant.
See the size of him. He's powerful, big and strong. Great goal.
Goal number 2, the second best goal of the week. Chris Makin.
Another new player, Hani for Al Gharafa.
Come from Spartak Moscow.
Yeah, slightly different.
What a lovely old touch.
Yeah, from Spartak Moscow, was it?
Yeah.
Big club.
Yeah.
Looks like a big player as well. Lovely touch, that, innit? Lovely skill. A deft touch.
Good awareness.
Yeah.
He knew exactly what he was doing there. And a good start for Al Gharafa as a whole. But the top goal from week 1 goes to who, Nick Summerby?
Perez, and he played for?
He played for a lot of clubs in Spain. He played
Don't
for
try and go around it.
He played for Valladolid. He
No,
played
that's
for
where he came from. That's it straight away. Espanyol.
Played for
Play
played for Olympiacos as well.
Yeah.
Won the Super Cup with Olympiacos. If you
Do
should
we
know.
need to say any more there? Cut inside, right against the run of play. You know, and it's an absolute wonderful finish. That when he picked it up, we thought, well, what's he going to do now? And he just timed it to perfection and just curled it in the far right hand corner. Fantastic goal.
Fantastic. That's it. Just get a quick word from both of you, just to summarise week 1. Nick?
Yes, next week's even better. De Gea, Al Arabi, Ryan Gharafa.
Right. 2
Bring it on.
big matches there. Could go either way.
At the moment, first,
Ryan
second.
and who?
Hang
Sorry?
on, Chris.
Ryan against Gharafa.
That could be for third place, that one.
Ryan Gharafa.
And the other one could be for the title. Al Gharafa versus Al
You've heard
Arabi.
it all
Right,
this week.
okay. Thank you,
Sorry.
gentlemen. Lovely for having your company as always. We will see you now for the preview for week 2 on Wednesday. Look forward to your company then. But from all of us here, bye for now.